Imran Khan's Plan B. Today I will reveal the most shocking and secretive deals happening behind the scenes in Islamabad and what Imran Khan is planning next, which will shock most of our viewers. Imran Khan has a masterpiece of a plan to take down this imported government. So what is this master plan? After the sudden and unexpected call to end the Long March and giving the government a 6-day deadline to end the government, which is now over, everyone's eyes are on what Imran Khan does next. His supporters wait eagerly while his opposition sweats with fear. Imran Khan has revealed he has a number of different plans, but first, his first plan, the plan A, is that he would wait and see what decision the Supreme Court makes in his case to have a peaceful long march. Where before the Interior Minister of the imported government used fascist techniques to stop the people protesting peacefully. Brutal techniques that made them look worse than Nazis. A response from the protesters could lead to chaos and anarchy. As Imran Khan had also revealed, he called off the Long March because people had brought weapons with them from KP, and it could have got ugly in Islamabad with the imported government hell-bent on declaring war on its own citizens. The government attacked its own citizens like the Indian army had entered Pakistan. If the Supreme Court fails to give guarantees of a safe and peaceful protest and tells the imported government to lay off, then things change and Imran Khan has a masterpiece of a plan to take the imported government down. He is now discussing a number of different options and strategies. Firstly, he could shut down the whole economy and the country by telling his protesters to block seaports and airports, motorway junctions, and bring the whole economy to a standstill and forcing them to surrender. He could also just continue to march to Islamabad but let his protesters take the fight to Rana Snaula's rented police gangs. It could get ugly this way. People can die as well. And there can be lots of bloodshed. But what if Imran Khan decides this illegal government and gangster of an interior minister acting like a monster, more like an interior monster, of this imported government have no right to use police for illegal and anti-state actions, and then decide to bring his own police force, the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa police, with him to Islamabad. This could be a game changer. The army would want to avoid this completely and act themselves and get this government to surrender. And for those people blaming Imran Khan for violence and saying violence isn't the way, just remember, when peaceful demonstrations and peaceful protests become impossible, and the government becomes gangsters and uses police force to attack its own citizens like an enemy country like India has invaded, then peaceful demonstrations and protests become impossible, which leads to the inevitable and the only option, which is violence. And violence, when it becomes the only option, it just becomes inevitable. So which option would you prefer or suggest to Imran Khan? Leave it in the comments.